So hey everybody, this is an alternative to buying those backpacking meals that are stupidly expensive. So you go to your regular grocery store, you buy some quinoa, and then you go to the frozen food section, and then you buy different meals like this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, transfer it onto one of these mats. I'm going to put a silicone mat on it, and then as you can see here, I have then placed it into my dehydrator. I've chosen the Excalibur dehydrator. It freaking rocks. It's excellent. I can't not complain about it. And what I've done is I put these meals onto the tray, and so this is before, and I'll show you what the after is going to look like. So I ran out of, so there's some different meals I have going on here. So there's 4 of us going, so I just buy 4 frozen food containers, shall we say, and I dehydrate them, and then we're all going to combine them into one. To cook the quinoa or not to cook the quinoa? I looked online to see what I should do when I'm going to add the quinoa to enhance my meals and add the awesome protein that quinoa has to offer. There wasn't really any answer. So I decided to make sure that everyone gets the same amount of food. I am going to, ta-da, cook it. So now, once this is cooked and ready to go, and once my dehydrated packages are done, I'm going to mix the two, package it all up, and get ready to eat it on the trail. I'll show you what it looks like in just a sec. Did you know that every cup of cauliflower is 2 grams of protein? A lot of people don't know that. So for the base of most of my foods, I'm going to put in some cauliflower. So this is how it's gonna go. So you place big chunks of the cauliflower in your food processor of any kind, and then you want to pulse it. If you don't pulse it, it will get stuck up on the sides and it won't properly blend. So this is how you do it. Press pulse, just like this, and in a couple of seconds you're going to end up with some cauliflower crumble. So this is used instead of ground beef, and like I said, it's got lots of protein in there. You're looking at probably about 8 grams of protein right there. Cauliflower and broccoli is another good source of protein. Broccoli having a little bit more at 3.2 grams of protein per cup. So watch this. This is about to be turned into minced meat as well. So here we have it turned into minced meat, and we're just going to add it to the cauliflower, tippity top, and then we're going to mix it up. I'm going to add just a little bit of oil to it. This is just regular olive oil. Flaxseed oil I usually use for everything, but I'm going to use olive oil because it can withstand a lot higher temperatures. So then you just simply mix this all up and then add it to any of your meals. And I'm not kidding you, add a little bit of salt and pepper, and I'm not kidding you, this will be one of the best meals you'll ever eat on the trail. Guaranteed. So here's another trick. I don't do very much cooking at lunchtime, but this cream of vegetable soup will be delicious in the mealtime. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a package of this, if not 2 packages of this, and then I'm going to add a couple cups of my staples there, and then it will make a delicious soupy kind of stew. So because the cauliflower and broccoli are the same consistency as the quinoa, I'm just going to simply add it all together and mix it up. And then this is going to be the base for basically all of my food. So like the Indian, and the Indian is going to have some chickpeas and some beautiful, I'm going to add some flax seeds, chia seeds. Just add the seeds like crazy, because that's another way of getting your high proteins on the trail. So I'll show you what this is going to look like after in just a second. So I don't know if you guys can guess what this is. so I'm just going to go ahead and tell you what it is. So this is garlic scapes. Did the same thing as I did with the broccoli and the cauliflower. I blended up my garlic scapes with a bunch of oil and a little bit of salt. I dehydrated it, and then it's turned into this amazing flavor. So I'm going to add a little bit of garlic scapes in there because it gives me my garlic flavor. Plus, again, it's just really high in protein and lots of rich nutrients. So I'll have another video on how to make the garlic scapes salt. That's what this is. It's the best. So now that it's defrosted on your dehydrating tray, spread it all out nice and thin. As you can see here, there's some beautiful tofu. Look at that, some nice chickpeas, and it's just absolutely delicious. Then that mixture that we just made is then going to spread on top. So make sure it's even all the way. And this is going to feed the 4 of us. At the end of the day, we're going to feel nice and full because we've got the tofu, we got the cauliflower, we got the chickpeas, we got the pea peas, and yeah, that's about it. So this is what it's going to look like before, the outside edges. You don't want it too thick because if it's too thick, it's going to take forever. So just spread it out nice and thin and put it back in. Then I'm going to walk away. Probably, I'm going to check it every 2 hours. Knowing me, I'll probably check it more. So then we just simply put it back in, close it up, and we're going to walk away. Okay, so it's been about 1,400 hours. No, it hasn't been 1,400 hours, but it's been like 12. So the difference between a freeze-dried dehydration system and a dehydrated dehydration system is time, along with a whole bunch of other things, but that's not what this video is all about. But finally, after about 12 hours, it's ready. So what I'm gonna do, as you can hear, it's solid as a rock, and I'm gonna blend this all together, all my different trays, package it all up, put it in a Ziploc bag. I was using the freeze dryer, like the bags that you seal with the sealer, but why? Because I don't cook in the bags, and they have this thing called cold soaking. So if I want to ever do something where you soak it, then I'd just use a cold soaker. But we can talk about that later. So for now, I'm just gonna put this yummy meal. If this was a smell-o-vision, you would just love the smell of this. It is delicious. So we're going on the West Coast Trail as a practice, and I'm gonna cook this up for you and show you what it looks like after it's been cooked.